Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Mema Creations TV. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button and turn on your post notifications so you get to know each time I upload a new video. So today we are going to be learning how to cut a circle dress, and as you can see, I folded my fabric into 4 already, and this is how I did that. I folded it into 2 first, then at this angle I folded it again. So I'm going to start off by inserting my starting line, which I'm going to insert my shoulder measurement on. So to get this my starting line, I measured from this angle here. So I measured 12 inches from here and also 12 inches from here. So now this is our shoulder line. So my shoulder measurement here is 7.5 inches. So I marked 7.5 inches here. Alright, so right from this point, I'm going to be taking my armhole measurement here, and my armhole measurement is 18 inches. So 18 inches divided by 2 is 9 inches. So this is 9 inches here. So before I take my armhole measurement, I'm going to take my neck width and my neck depth. So to get that, I'm going to be measuring 4 inches by 4 inches. Alright, so my shoulder slope now, from this point, I'm going to be marking half of an inch for my shoulder slope. So I'm connecting it to the neckline now. So right from this point here, I'll be marking my 9 inches for the armhole. So this is 9 inches right here. So this now is my armhole line. Now my bust circumference is 43 inches. So 43 inches divided by 4 is 10.75. So as we all know, this is a circle dress and it's not supposed to be fitted at the bust area, so I'm going to add about 4 inches to it. So it's going to be 14.75 now. So I'm marking this 4 inches here. So I hope you can see you can see what I'm marking clearly. So now this is my armhole. Alright, so this is my armhole. I'm now going to be measuring my gown length. So right from this line, this starting line here, I'm measuring 41 inches. The actual gown length is 40 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance, which is 41 inches. So this is my gown length, 41 inches. Now I'm going to go over this again. This is my fabric, and I'm cutting the back and front together. So this is I folded it into two first, then I folded it at this angle where this part is folded, so I folded it into two again. So right from this point I measured 12 inches for my starting line, and on this line I inserted my shoulder measurement, which is 7.5. then I added which is just 7.5. then I inserted my neck depth and neck width, so I marked 4 inches by 4 inches. So at this point I went down by half of an inch for my shoulder slope. Then from the shoulder slope line here I marked 9 inches for my armhole. So right from here, right from this point, I marked my gown length measurement, which is 41 inches. Alright, so now that is that about it. So I'm going to be connecting this point now. Remember, this is our main point. I'm going to just add 1 inch for my seam allowance. Then I'm going to connect it all the way to this point to the. Remember, I've not cut out the neckline for my back, so I'm just going to cut this out. The back will be very low, so I'm cutting the front out first. So from here I'm marking 5.5 inches for my back. So for the back I mark 5.5 inches. So I'm connecting all the way. So I'm going to cut out the front first, because you see the front is not as low as the back. So I'm cutting out this front. So this is the front part now. I'm going to cut the neckline for the back. So this is the back. Now this is our breast, this is the back, and this is the front. So what I'm going to do first is to join my shoulder. I'm going to join my shoulder. So after joining the shoulder, I'm going to cut out the facing for the neckline. So I've joined the shoulders, so I'm going to be cutting the facing. I'm going to be cutting out the facing now. So to cut out the facing, just fold a piece of fabric into two, like so, and this out. Alright, so I've cut out the neckline, and to create the facing, I'm going to start off by measuring what I have here. It is like 3 3.25, so I'm going to be measuring 3.5 all the way round. Now I'll be attaching my facing to the gown. Then once I'm done with that, I'm going to join both sides. Remember, I'm still going to fix pockets to the dress. So firstly, I'm going to join the two sides, then I'm going to join this facing to it. Join the facing to the neckline and join the sides too. As you can see, I pressed the neckline very flat, so this is how it looks like. Alright, so now I'm going to be cutting out my sleeve, and I'm going to measure what I have here to cut out my sleeve. I have 10¼ inches on my armhole, so my sleeve length is 12 inches. It's supposed to be 10, but I'm going to be turning it. So sewing allowance for the top and the lower part, I added 2 inches. So now remember, my armhole is 10¼ inches. So if I add ½ inch for sewing allowance, is going to be 10.75. so I'm just going to curve that. Remember, this is not a standard sleeve pattern or something like that, but I'm just doing the easiest. I'm just doing it because this is very easy for me right now. So my round sleeve is 13, that's 6.5, and I'm going to add 1 inch for same allowance, that's 7.5 inches. So I'm connecting this to this point now. Firstly, I'm going to be making sure this is 10 or is way more than that. So I'm measuring 10.75 here. I'm going to mark it right here. And I'm going to be connecting this point to this point with my ruler. So now this is my sleeve. I'm going to attach it. This is my sleeve. I'm going to attach it to the gown now. And once I'm done doing that, I'm going to fold the under, that's the edge under here. Then I'm going to be showing you how to attach the pockets to the dress. To cut the pocket, I'm going to have to lose a part of this gown, the sides. So I'm going to measure, I'm going to mark a half length measurement, which is 18 inches. So I'm going to be marking 18 inches right here. So from that 18 inches, I'll just go by one, that's by ½ inches, half of an inch. that's 17 inches now. So from this point here, from this 17 inches, I'll be marking um 6 inches down, or 6.5 inches down. So this is the part I'm going to lose. So I'm going to do same thing at the other side and do it straight away. Mark 17.5 here. So you see that when I marked it this way, it went somehow low. So I'm just going to do it like this. I'll mark 17.5 here. So from this point here, from this 17.5, I'll mark 6.5, just like I did the other part. So now I'm going to loosen this part out. I'll lose this place out, and once I lose it out, I'll make sure I use my machine to close up this place so it won't start losing. It won't start losing out. So that's just what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to show you how to cut the pocket now. Now for my pocket, I'm going to fold my fabric into two, like so. So right now, let me show you guys. This is my starting point here. I just want to confirm before I continue to. So my pocket length is, I'm going to mark 13 inches for my pocket length. Then remember, we have I'm going to just go down by ½ inch here. Then our pocket opening is 6.5. So this is the pocket opening, and this is the starting point here. So firstly, I'm going to notch this part. So once I've notched this part here like this, from here to here should be 7 inches. So now with my curve ruler, just like this, I'm going to connect it to this point here. So I'm going to connect it like this. Now I'm going to connect this to the a bit curve right from this place. So I'm just going to use my hand to cut it out. Like ½ inch seam allowance, so your hand will be able to move freely into the pocket, because you know this is not like the regular pocket is like a triangular pocket. So I have to give room for your hands to move freely in. So I'm just going to cut 2 of this now, and I'm going to attach it to the dress. I'm going to show you how to attach it to the dress in a minute. Before that, I'm going to cut 2 of this, and I'm going to loosen out this part. Guys, I've attached the pocket to the dress, and this is just how I did it. So after closing up this part, like I told you to do, after closing it up firmly, I just join the pocket. As you can see, I join this part, join it all the way around, stopping at where I notched. Okay, so then I opened this top flatly and placed this joining part here to this. So I make sure they align. So once realign, I join this part. I start joining this together to this notch part here too. Then I did the same to this other side. So when you turn it over to the right side, you see that it's almost invisible. You will know there's a pocket there unless you open it. So as you can see guys, this is just how to make this simple circle dress. If you did enjoy this video, please give this video a thumbs up and share this video with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and stay tuned for my next video guys. Bye.